Kathy Kress again, and I am back with an entire new playlist. And this playlist will show, if you are a private duty home care agency, why you should add geriatric care management. And the main reason is money. And I'm going to go through a lot of other things, but you will basically capture more billable hours than you do now because you lose a lot of hours in what your nurse and your social worker do. And I'm going to cite a benchmark study, and private duty home care does one too. Was done by the Geriatric Care Management people in 2013. And they found out that if you combined home care and geriatric care management, you made 4 times the revenue of just geriatric care management or home care, because managed home care is a great combination. In fact, the GCMs that had home care were in the 95th percentile of income of all geriatric care managers. So you double your revenue by adding geriatric care management. Because you're doing a lot of billable hours that you're not billing in a home care agency, you're doing for free. And it's a lot of other reasons too. Another reason is to sort of outsource your competition. And you want the client, I mean, there's a lot of private duty home care agencies out there, to choose you, the private duty home care. And how do you do that? You basically make yourself different. And that's marketing 101. So by adding a geriatric care management practice to your private duty home care, it's a differentiator. It's basically an extra added service that you offer the client, that they're going to look, well, this is just home care, but I get geriatric home care with this agency, and they will choose you. So it's a differentiator in your competitive market, and that's really important. And geriatric care management is really a great way for new clients in private duty home care to understand their needs, because a care manager goes out, bills for all of this, and they do an in-depth functional assessment, a psychosocial assessment, and a care plan, with the family. They're sitting there with the family and the older person. And they explain through the care plan, what the problems are and what the solutions are that private duty home care and care management are going to bring. And so it's a wonderful introduction to why what are the problems that home care is going to offer, and the extra, offers that you're going to make through geriatric care management. So it's a great way to introduce your private duty home care service. And care planning in a geriatric care manager, which is what they offer, is really an added value to your service and to the family who is going to choose you. Because the care planning process is vital to families in the early stages of caregiving. They don't know. They're all shocked by what's happening to them in the hospital, at home. Their parent fell. They live 3,000 miles away. Almost all families are not prepared because it's all about death. And there's a lot of denial there. So they're confused and they're very stressed. And care management can really sit down and one by one through a care plan, explain the problems, explain the process, assure them that they're going to get through this because they have an entire team in the private duty home care and the care management to get them through it. And that's a, whoop, oh my God, really? I'm not alone. And it can be really great if you're modifying, if you have to increase the number of hours. Families always sort of freak out about that, and a care manager can explain that really easily. So I will be back next time. Go to my website, kathykress.com, and we'll talk about why you should add, if you're private duty home care, geriatric care management.